Good afternoon, all. Camelback Trading 2724 into pitfuturestrading.com. Coming to you this Thursday afternoon, January 30th. And boy, oh boy, where do I start? What a day. What an incredible day. So, for the second time in the last 5 days, we have a tremendous gap down. Now, at least on that day, on the 27th, we didn't fill it to the next day in 5 time frames. Today, we have a fairly large gap down. Gets to that very visual level we talked about this morning video. Tried to go lower. Not only closed the gap, so we had a chance for a trend day down early. We had singles in C. They got filled. So on a day with a large gap lower and value lower all day, we go out with price spike, K over A, price probe, M over L, single prints, trend day up on very good volume, and Amazon earnings come out, and when they take it even higher, basically, we could have had an outside day up if this market was open another 15 minutes. Tremendous, tremendous rally. Now, still going to put it in perspective. We're still in a 4-day balance. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're still below, I'll show you on the charts later, that trend line. Not by much, but we're below it. So even though we've had a tremendous comeback, we're still in balance in the daily. Now, opportunities today. I took 3 shorts in A period. Even though it was basically an open and drive up, it gave you the opportunity when it would come up and flush out. So 3 really nice scalps on good size in A. Next trade I took, I didn't do much after that. I didn't do anything when we came down. B period gave a big head fake. We got to within 2 ticks of A. Looked like we were going to take it out, fill the gap. Sell is held, flushed out, and then C went and flushed some more. A had a very visual spot, right? The 28's low in the POC. Yes, it got below it, but then basically held it. I'm sorry, let me just get this off my screen. Then, when D opened and couldn't take out C, right there you knew there's something had changed, right? The sellers couldn't get it any lower. It was a decent size set of single prints. They filled rather quickly, went back up to POC. Now, we ended 8 wide. It looked, we were 6 for 6 wide at one point. I took a short in F, which worked out. And then I took 1 more short in K that worked out before they ripped it higher. So that worked out before. So I took 5 trades on the day, 3 in A, 1 in F, 1 in K, all shorts, all worked out. When G went down, I thought there was a chance of at least testing the low. Now, I didn't expect another set of single prints or anything because once D filled those single prints and couldn't get any lower, it told me the sellers weren't as strong. So if anything, I was looking for possibly an outside-in trade where we would take out the low, come back, and maybe get long. That never happened, so I didn't do anything. I'd be lying to you. Boy, would I be lying to you if I told you I expected this. I was looking for an afternoon rally high. So after G came down, we balanced and H'd. I came out, J came out. I was going to do a short in J. I did not. Did it in K when we got up to value high at the time, and it came back in a bit, so it worked out. But man, to tell you I expected this, no way. Not a shot. So, let's go over destinations for tomorrow. And you talk about a vacuum and a void, again, both sides. So with this volatility, it is creating bigger voids and bigger vacuums in price, which is making the market swing around even more wildly, which makes it for really good opportunities. So for the upside, the first one will be today's high of 327.91. Then we don't have anything to yesterday's high of 328.63, which is the top of our 4-day balance. Then we have the afternoon rally high from the 24th of 329.26. And then we have those 4 sets of single prints, which I've given you. So I'm not going to give them to you again. Hopefully you have them written down from the trend day on the 24th. For the downside, we have a lot of reference points here, but they're all from A's high and higher, and then there's a void again. So first one on the downside, price probe, when we made a new high in the last half hour. So that's L's high of 326.67. Then we have the single prints. They start at 326.33 and get filled at 326.17. Then we have the price spike, which is A's high, which started, right, the new auction to the upside, and it held 325.89. Now below there, we are 8 wide. Now I don't reference it by writing it down if we're less than 9 wide. But we are 8 wide, so that POC will come into play tomorrow if we get accepted back below the price spike. But my next true destination, until we get more market-generated information tomorrow, would be today's low of 323.54, and then the daily low from the 27th, which is our bottom of the 4-day balance, of 322.66. And then chart-wise, monthly, 1 day to go in the month, one time framing up. It'll be for 3 months with the gap below still very, very healthy in the long term. Weekly, we're butting right up against the trend line. Right against the trend line we're butting up against. We're in a 4-week balance or a 6-week balance, whichever one you want to call it. It really doesn't matter. So we'll see how we go out tomorrow. Be nice to see if the bulls could get above it and stay above it. And then in the daily, we're in a 4-day balance, which I just spoke about. Yesterday's high is the top of it. Monday's high low is the bottom of it. And we still have the trend line from October. Today we didn't even get to it. So not only do we have to get above the 4-day balance high, but to get above the trend line to start making some real headway into that large trend day down from the 24th. Pretty good day. Hope you had a good day. Have a great evening, and we'll speak prior to the opening tomorrow.